Welcome back to Maguzi Reviews. All right, y'all. So Jay-Z's album, is it complete? Is it not? Before we get into the article, we want to roll 2,000 subscribers. After that, we're going to 10,000, 100,000, then we're going to be a million. We're going to claim it will happen. So please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Hit the like button at the bottom. All right, y'all. So Jay-Z's been very busy this year. And there's always rumors going around of when he's going to drop an album. Is he working on an album? Me personally, I think he is working on a project. I think he's working on a project. And, recently, was it last month? He had his Yankee Stadium shows 3 nights in a row. Reasonable Doubt, the Blueprint, Extra Innings from Rihanna not Jay-Z, Rihanna, the Nas, the Beyonce, the Eminem, all these celebrities coming out. Of course, ran through his catalog, which is classics, man, hits upon hits, right? Absolutely fantastic. And like I said, I love seeing hip hop on the big grand stages, and he sold out those shows at that stadium, man. So all that BS about ageism in hip hop is dead. It's absolutely dead. I've said that for years now, man. Now, getting into this part, before let me get off my soapbox. Let's get it right here. So, Rock Nation responded to Ray Daniels, who said that the project is finished, and they came out and said that that is false. Now, before we get into the article, man, I've talked about Ray Daniels a couple times on my channel, and there's been some things about people say, oh, he fabricates certain things, but the same things he gets right. I know he has ties to the industry, so let's go ahead and get into this. Right? It says reports surfaced earlier today suggesting that Jay-Z is done his new album, and Rock Nation has since come through with their side. Now, since Jay-Z has been teasing something big this year with his Reasonable Doubt 30th anniversary shows, this is the most visible Hove has been in a decade since the release of 444, which is a classic. I think 444 is like top 5 Jay-Z albums. I love 444. Fans believe an album is coming, and over the weekend, Ray Daniels validated those beliefs, right? Let's get into it. Says, as we reported, Daniels made the claim that Hove album is done. And he also went on to say that Jay-Z is holding on to the album as he looks for some sort of partnership. Right? So Ray Daniels is saying Jay-Z is looking for a partnership before he releases this project. Without the partnership, the album allegedly isn't happening. So from Ray Daniels' words, Jay-Z wants a partnership when he's not pushing out the project. This reporting had Hove fans excited. Unfortunately, Rock Nation has come through with an update that is going to crush a lot of folks. Quite simply, Daniels is allegedly spitting fake news. At least that is what Rock Nation said in their most recent Instagram story. Now, I'm sure he probably got a phone call. He probably got a phone call, like I said, he has ties to the industry, somebody probably hit him up. You never know. But at the same time, that as a fan, of course, I do believe that he's working on the project. I wish it was coming out this summer. I thought it would have been perfect, but the summer's about to end. We're about to be, hitting fall sooner. So yeah, man, it's unfortunate because I really did thought like, yeah, man, this was the perfect time to drop in the summertime. But right now, Ray Daniels said, hey, man, he's trying to look for a partnership to put the album out. But Rock Nation came out and said this is fake news, that this is not true. So continuing on, it says Rock Nation confirms that Jay-Z's new album is not complete. It is fake news. Of course, it is reasonable that Rock Nation would want to squash this talk. After all, there is nothing worse for a fan base than false hope and false expectations. That said, Rock Nation could also simply be looking to misdirect fans to keep the surprise intact. That's thoughtful. I'm sorry, that's wishful thinking, but we have seen this kind of thing before from other labels and artists. Hove is someone who doesn't do a lot of talking on social media. Even 444 was a complete surprise when it was eventually announced. Now, that's one thing I do, because I remember there was just like a bunch of like billboards and stuff like that with 444, and then people were like, yo, that's Jay-Z's new album. Fantastic project, man. That album is a great project. That's like Charlamagne God said, man, like that's grown man hip hop. Like that's adult hip hop. And I completely agree, man. Absolutely fantastic, man. Like I said, for me, I still go back and forth which ones I like more between Reasonable Doubt and the Blueprint for my number one. But let's say Blueprint, right? Then I got Reasonable Doubt. Of course, those are top two. After that, the Black Album. And a lot of people say, like, oh, American Gangster, I got 444 right there in the fourth spot. That's how much I love that project. Absolutely great project. But continuing on. Says for now, however, fans will just need to be patient with the legendary artist. He still has shows coming up in France, England, and even Los Angeles. I want to say he has 2 nights back-to-back at SoFi Stadium in Los Angeles. I think he has 2 shows over in France, because I did do updates as far as like him announcing more stadium shows. It says these shows could bring about some major surprises, and in hot new hip hop, we are very interested to see what Hov does next. And I absolutely agree, man. I think him announcing the stadium shows, we don't know who he's going to bring out at these places. Like say on the West Coast, he can bring out Snoop and Dre. You know what I'm saying? He did write Still Dre, you know what I'm saying, for Dr. Dre, in which Dre performed at the Super Bowl. Jay-Z wrote that song. People forget, but Jay-Z did write that whole song, and Snoop's verses too. So Jay-Z wrote that whole song top to bottom, you know what I'm saying? So I could see him bringing out Snoop Dogg and Dr. Dre on the West Coast. I could see him bringing out Kendrick Lamar. You know, they do, you know, Beat Don't Kill My Vibe, you know, the remix version, which Jay-Z is on with Kendrick. Like I said, I know he has songs with Ice Cube. I want to say it was a 30-something remix, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, Jay-Z definitely has, you know, ties and people out there to the West Coast he's cool with. Like, he has songs with legends out there. So I could definitely see that happening. As far as France and England, it'll be interesting. Like I said, I know Pharrell's usually over there with his fashion stuff, and Pharrell recently came out on the Yankee Stadium shows, and they knocked it out the park, man. Like, I forgot how many hits they had just together alone. Because, you know, Jay-Z got hits with a lot of people, man. But that was really cool just seeing the hits just between Jay-Z and Pharrell. You know what I'm saying? Pharrell had some things to say about, you know, Jay-Z getting back at some ninjas. You know what I'm saying? Put it like that. He says, I hope he kills all y'all. They said, yo, Pharrell was a little drunk on that stage. But overall, man, like I said, at the end of the day, it's unfortunate that I don't believe we're getting the Jay-Z album for the summer. Like I said, the summer's pretty much over. It's August 12th right now. You know what I'm saying? So I don't see him dropping an album this month. Maybe November, who knows? You know what I'm saying? Like, it'll be interesting to see, because like I said, as far as the summer for hip hop, not a lot of, you know what I'm saying, a lot of great music that came out. Not a lot of great music, man. Like they said, there was some solid music, but not a lot of great music as far as hip hop this year for the summertime. So I was really hoping that Jay-Z would have came out for the summertime, you know, especially with the Yankee Stadium shows. But it is what it is. But like I said, overall, there still has been some solid projects this year. There has been some solid projects, which I have reviewed on my channel. I reviewed, like I said, Casino by Baby Keem. J. Cole, I'm just shooting off the top of my head, you know, The Fall, of course, Drake's Iceman, I reviewed that. ASAP Rocky, I reviewed his album. So I have reviewed some projects on here, you know what I'm saying? So definitely go check out those older videos, man. But yeah, other than that, man, tell me what you guys think about the news in the comment section. You know, is it unfortunate, you know, that Jay-Z isn't dropping a new album? And more importantly, when do you think it will come out? Again, hope everybody has a blessed day. And one more time, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. If you've stayed all the way to the end of the video, I really do appreciate you guys. Just hear me ramble on. Hope everybody has a blessed day, and I'll see y'all soon.